Alright, alright. We're back. As soon as I full screen it. Alright, now we're working on the buildings. We're gonna start on the main road, work our way back up, and then around. This should make the library last, because there's a lot to read there. My mom's always worried about my dad. He's gone far away. Now people are saying lots of scary stuff about Valmar. Aren't you worried about your dad? Nah, my dad's a priest, you know. He works for Lord Grannis, so I'm sure Lord Grannis is taking care of him. Yes, if you have faith and pray for his protection, I am sure he will be fine. Lord Grannis has eyes that can see lots further than mine can, and hands that are much bigger than mine. So Lord Grannis has got to be watching over my dad for us, using those big old hands to protect him. Yes, of course, it does not matter if you are separated or not. Lord Grannis will protect all of you. There's no need to worry. Lord Grannis is protecting everyone. Yeah, this voice acting is going to kill my throat today. I'm suffering for all of you. My husband has been sent to serve as a priest at a church in a faraway inn. I'm very worried about how he's doing. When Valmar's power gets stronger, rumors will start flying, won't they? Valmar's power gets stronger, rumors start flying, don't they? I wouldn't worry if he was here, but we can have faith that Lord Grannis is protecting him. Please rest assured. If you have faith, everything is sure to be fine. I'm sorry, it's just that lately I keep hearing people saying the day of darkness is coming. My son admonishes me and says I'm a worrywart. Do you think I worry too much? It is only wonderful for you to worry about your husband. After all, he was very dear to you and he is so far away. As long as my husband is not harmed, oh Lord Grannis, please protect him. Isn't there a squeak bar in here? I know most of the buildings have at least one squeak bar in them. Yeah, that one's a library, so I'll just head down the street and go up and back around. Get in the house! Get in the house! Thank you! At least I thought the houses had at least one. I still can't get over what she said. He hooked me by saying, I'll make you the Trade King's wife. I've realized a lot since then. Now I'm following Pope Zera's kind words. Ridding myself of greed and cultivating a pure heart. That's what I'm doing now. So, Elena, why do you want to rush off so quickly to visit this Pope Zera? I would just like to meet him soon. I can wait a little while. I'd rather go with everyone to meet him. I'm glad I came to this country. I can hear the sermons of Pope Zera directly at the cathedral. That charismatic, fascinating voice. When he looks at me, I am unable to move. He has such intense, powerful eyes. So which is greater, the Pope or the sermon? Eventually, my husband will come with me to the cathedral, where he'll learn to change his ways and abandon his strange desires. I swore I would be the best trader in the land, and now, 10 years after leaving home, I've finally done it. I finally found a country with no other traders. That means no competitors. So I win by default. Ha ha ha. Get a load of this imbecile. I'm so happy now that I'm the best. Now I can become a living legend. The Trade King. That's me. He brims with confidence. Do you suppose he could truly fulfill his lofty goals? RM Root, very popular in Liligu. Hey, stop trying to copy me. I've cornered the market. Ha, how old is your information? No one needs the RM route now. In fact, the people detest the sight of it. The people in this country are all so laid back, they don't know anything about money. That's why I'll be the Trade King here. Alright, let's get away from this guy. He irritates me. Alright, let's go upstairs. Seriously, I thought there were more boss squeaks in this. Every day, my dad just talks about trade, trade, trade. Mom just talks about Pope Zera, Pope Zera. They're both slackers. Now, you should never talk about your parents that way. You say your parents are slackers, but I do not see you working hard to make any sort of difference. Me, I'm busy today. As usual, I have to play with my my squeak bar in the morning. And then with Sam or Millie in the afternoon. I'm not like my slacker parents. I've got a schedule to keep up with. Busy all the time. Wait, where is your Boss. I keep calling him Squeak Boss. I don't know why. Is it Boss Squeak or Squeak Ba? Oh no, now I'm confused. There they are. They're just hiding under the furniture. This country's buildings convey a sense of warmth. These corner-free, curvy designs sublimely express our spiritual harmony. Yeah, I don't really understand any of it. Oh, but it's true. Everything I've said about these buildings and their designs is absolutely true. As a designer, I know. I've been entrusted as an expert on all things of our country's architecture. My appointment came directly from Pope Zera himself. You see, Pope Zera understands and values my artistic spirit as an architect who is faithful to church tradition. Hey, Elena, did you hear that? Pope Zera's understanding. Maybe he'll understand all about the meddling you did. Oh, I am sure he's much more understanding than some impatient geohounds that I know. I wonder, could this be our last arguments? Oh, you work for Pope Zera too, do you? Congratulations, your companion must also be very pleased. Why, yes, truly it is a wonderful thing, but... My husband is not only a devoted member of the Church of Grannis, he is also the most distinguished architect of this town. His skills have been recognized by Pope Zera, and he has been creating designs based on our religious doctrine. That figures. So that is why this country's buildings have such distinctive designs, is it? The homes, windmills, and even a library. All are ordinary types of structures, yet each has its own meanings. Designs based on religious doctrine. I find this very interesting. And what do such designs express? Well, from what I've heard, they express spiritual harmony, human emotional bonds, and such. The designs of our country's buildings have various meanings. These meanings are understood only by my husband. If that's really the case, how can this be meaningful to everyone else? Good grief. Alright, that's the bakery. These are the inn and general store, alright? Then we'll just go up and back around. And then we'll finally stay at the inn. Every day we go to Grannis Cathedral to partake of some bread and wine. Afterward, we go share our bread with poor unemployed people, such as that men over there. Typo count 19. I'm pretty sure we're up to 19. Somewhere around there, I think. My, that's so very generous of you. It might be inflated. That might actually be 14. I'm either accurate or off by 5. I better not say otherwise, or Miss Songstress here will get mad at me. Well, it's no wonder that I do. You're always teasing other people when you open your mouth, Ryudo. I came here from another town. I was full of despair after my husband died, and came to seek direction from Lord Grannis. Oh dear, that must have been very difficult for you. Yes, when I arrived here, I was exhausted in both body and soul. And it was then that I was so kindly given some bread here. I'll never forget how good that bread tasted to me, exhausted as I was then. Since then, I've been volunteering here. I hope to share the blessings of Lord Grannis with many others, if only in some small way. I ain't got no money and no home. I gotta depend on getting some bread for the bakery. How sad. Why are you so poor? It's cause I ain't working, ain't it? So get a job? Me, I'm a natural born klutz. No matter what I try to do, I screw it up. I guess I ain't cut out to work. I ain't got nothing but bad memories about any work I ever did, so lay off of me, will ya? I am sorry you have had so many bad experiences, but the only thing keeping you from moving forward with your life is you. Never mind, Elena. I've seen people just like this guy all over the world. They never change. For a minute to struggle just to get through each day, nibbling on this bread that these kind folks give me. Guys like me, I guess we just ain't cut out to work, so lay off of me, will ya? Why, you're so cute for a sister. Why the sad face, though? Boyfriend there been cheating? Boyfriend? Who, me? What? You've got it all wrong. Do I really have a forlorn face? Yeah, it shows, honey. You need some perking up. I know. Have some bread. It's a blessing from Lord Grannis. What about you back there? Whoop. Can I talk to you? Behind the guy in the back who sees those smiles? No, I guess not, but seriously, look at that giant oversized loaf of bread. I could feed me for a day. Put some cream cheese on it. Now we're talking. We're going to go up and around. The Cathedral Knights are so cool. They never break rank. They just keep going, so serious and tough looking. It shows that they don't care if they might get killed. Kind of creepy if you think about it. The fact that they were always dead silent is what spooks me about them. I don't know if anyone knows what they're thinking. Nothing phases them. They got nerves of steel. They just keep on marching. I wish I could march with the Cathedral Knights. Really? I think it would be the worst job ever. You've always got to follow orders to do what you're told. No thanks. Now, Rito, just what do you mean by that? They're dedicated to their work. The Cathedral Knights are awesome, eh? They're never afraid. Not even afraid of getting killed, huh? Oh, look what I did. They were just feeding and I broke them up. I feel so bad for those boss quicks as we're so... Wait. Maybe if I just walk. Nope, they still run. Alright, I thought it was because I was running now. They just distrust strangers. Alright, all that's left is a library. And... library. And this has got some funnier bits that we'll save for quite a while. This is going to be a lot of reading. Welcome to the library. I will briefly explain the rules for using this facility. Basically, you are free to read any of the books in this building. However, no books can be checked out. Huh, really? Certain activities are prohibited in this building. Please refrain from reading in the books, and do speak softly. Sure, that makes sense. In addition, there should be no sunbathing or napping, since books may get drooled on. Also, no foot races, hide and seek, or... what in blazes is this woman talking about? No eating, drinking, cooking, banqueting, trade talks, marriage proposals, career counseling, fortune-telling, or mushy stuff. Ma'am, am I hearing you right? And finally, no violence. That includes punches, kicks, tackles, shoulder throws, and don't even think of using weapons, okay? Enough already, sheesh. Anyway, there is no actual limit to the number of activities prohibited in this building. Do you understand the basic ones? Not quite, I'm afraid. Would you mind explaining it all to me once more? Merrick, when did you learn to crack wise? This concludes my explanation of the library usage rules. Are there any questions? Yeah, I've got one. How do you take this job seriously? Welcome to the library. Here you may read The Holy Light and The Light of Lord Grannis. Each is divided into several volumes, so if you wish to read them, start from the left side of the shelf. I kind of want to start from the right side because I'm a rebel. Excuse me, does this library have any holy scriptures, legends, and fairy tales? Certainly, you may read anything that you like here. We only ask that you return the books to their places afterward. Now then, it is nice to sit back and enjoy a good read. What do you all think? I agree completely. I love learning new things. Ryudo, shall we stay here for a while? No matter how hard one tries, there is not a lot that one person can learn in a lifetime. That's why it is good to have books to refer to. Whoever invented the book was a great person indeed. If there's anything you need to find out, you can look for it in a book. That's why this library is here. What's this? Let's sing the Song of Light. It looks like the words of the Song of Light. Let's see. With the morning light, the word abounds. A miracle is brought to pass. Pure water. A teardrop, peace, light, love sounds. The fruit of the fields breathes, ripens. The wind of blessing blows across the world. All is filled with thanksgiving. Storm and stress and darkness at last turn to the light and joy of a warm day. O Lord, thank you for your wondrous works. It doesn't have much of a beat. Perhaps if Elena were to bring it to song. Well, that's actually the lyrics to Adeus, just translated here into English. Like, if you actually read the Portuguese, that was mangled in the actual game, because all they did was just phoneticize it in Japanese. They didn't actually try to sing Portuguese. But it actually does match up. The Holy Light, Book 1. Know that long ago, all lived in the light. All knew the love of Granis. The earth was bountiful, and the people's hearts were glad. And so did Valmar find the world. The taint of darkness spread across the land, and the heart of man was despoiled of its innocence. Light and darkness moved to battle. By fate ordained, men too prepared for war, their numbers divided between light and darkness. And so began the battle of good and evil, fought without ceasing upon the fields of eternity, day yielding not to night. The dead had long ceased to be counted when at length Granis and Valmar fixed their eyes upon each other, better to make an end. What, did Merrick write this? Its formal title is The Holy Light. Quite an inflated title for a dumbed-down version of the original scripture. This was meant to be read by us common folk, right? Yes, that is right. Have you read it before? Why would I do that? Anyway, I've heard it before. I heard it all before. Though not exactly in this form. Wait, why did I try that again? The Holy Light, Book 2. Darkness fell before the light. The earth was split asunder, land sunk to the sea, and sea vomited land, as Valmar's spirit was sealed. A new moon was hung in the heavens. It is written that when the moon burns in remembrance, so misfortune will soon follow. Thus it portends judgment of the righteous and is called Valmar's moon, for the shadow of the Dark One lies long and heavy. There is much to meditate on within these pages. I'll have to sleep on it, which shouldn't be a problem given the reading material. You should at least be familiar with everything you find boring or difficult to read. Chances are they are all important. He speaks truly. You guys have been hanging out with Rowan too much. This is killing my throat. Can I even talk after this? The Holy Light, Book 3. I just knocked over a book. Don't sue me. The darkness stirred, even as the seals were set, anxious again to work upon the hearts of men, so strong its hatred of light. And Granis set a part of his spirit aside, fashioning the sun to restore the ruined land, and then wounded the light slept. Does not the light of the sun shine even now? Does not the land await the return of its true God? May the light come quickly. Does Ryodo not tire of this? Does not he want to put his fist through this book? May his suffering end quickly. Which part of it bothers you? The part that says, "Whoopee for Granis, let's run about happily, trailing brightly colored ribbons from our hands." I guess that cannot be helped. It is that kind of book, but it is sort of one-sided. So why don't we listen to the other side? I'm interested in what the followers of darkness have to say. Have to be fair. The Light of Lord Granis, Chapter 1. Once upon a time, people were in trouble. There was nothing in the world, and the people kept fighting all the time. One day, a huge light appeared in the sky. It began to shine on the earth. The light blessed the earth and told the people to stop fighting. The light was Lord Granis. The people listened to the Lord Granis and stopped fighting. Then the world became beautiful. Trees grew everywhere, birds sang sweetly, and the fish played in the blue seas. Seeds rode the winds, and flowers bloomed all over. The land became a true paradise. The people all praised Lord Granis and lived happily. This is painful. How many young minds have been totally warped by this bogus story? You have to admit this is quite a major work. I had never heard of it, which explains why your eyes aren't glazed over like everyone else's. What stories do they tell kids where you're from, Merrig? The sun also rises and the sun also sets. The rivers run into the sea, and the sea is not full. The rain returns into the heavens. Such is the manner in which our cycles begin. The legends are taught to the young, even as I was instructed while yet a youth. Tree grows, beaver eats tree, tree falls, beaver builds dam, more trees grow. I get it. For a moment I thought I was about to say tree falls on beaver. The Light of Lord Granis, Chapter 2. But one day the sky suddenly grew cloudy. The daytime became as dark as night, and a heavy rain began to fall. A scary monster came to make traps to catch people who didn't take care of their hearts. These people became monsters. One after another, the monsters began to attack the people who were living happily. Lord Granis saw what the bad people were doing, and lifted a giant sword to protect the good people from the monsters. Some people had to run away when they saw the monsters, but when they saw Lord Grannis fighting, they came back to help. The battle lasted for a long time, and the people who had become monsters did not live through it. To keep any more people from dying, Lord Grannis decided to fight the king of the monsters, whose name was Valmar. Your people burdened yourselves with dread at a tender age. Your fear of demons and darkness must indeed be great. I wouldn't know, I've never seen a demon. What are you saying? You misspeak. What are you talking about? Miss Millennia? Ah, right. But even if she is the wings of Valmar, which doesn't make much sense, she's not like the chumps in this story. Hey, this was not about religion. How unusual, strange that such a book would be here. Let's see. Raising Squeakbaws. Basically, the Squeakbaw needs no care. If it cries, just shear its wool and milk it and you'll be fine. You're kidding me, that's all that's in here? Yes, I guess so. It's the kind of book you'd use for a report in school. Is that it? The Light of Lord Grannis, Chapter 3. At the end of the long battle, Lord Grannis killed Valmar, but was very badly hurt. The people gathered in worry around Lord Grannis. Suddenly, a huge moon appeared in the sky, frightening the people. The sight of this scary moon made the people fear that Valmar was not dead. Seeing this, Lord Grannis threw a part of himself into the sky and made the sun. Lord Grannis said, I will watch over you. If you keep your heart pure, Valmar will never appear again. Then he went to sleep. Since then, Valmar has stayed hidden away from the bright sun. Even while sleeping, Lord Grannis even now still watches over people, so that they will never again be tempted by Valmar. Makes me think about how we were taught that the moon was unlucky when we were kids. Yes, as in the book, that moon is called Valmar's moon. No wonder people have the feeling that it is a bad omen. I was not aware. Hey, Rowan, remember how scared you'd be when you'd mess around and your parents would throw you out of the house at night? That never happened to me, so I am not quite sure. You keep forgetting that you were the only kid destructive enough that his own parents had no choice but to toss him to the wolves. So I suggest you shut your beak, bird. Whoop. Okay, I already checked that one. Does this book really not have anything tied to it? Alright, now we can go to the inn. More voice acting. Then we could get some voice acting from the game. And that will be a very nice throat break. Welcome. Spend a night. I wish to thank you all for everything you have done for me. Hey, you did your fair share too. It has been quite a pleasure, and quite an adventure as well. Much remains to be done with all. The wise man still tends to the fire, though it burns brightly. Thank you so much. I just do not know how to thank you enough, my friends. It's my job, don't mention it. Don't say that. Ryudo. Excuse me. Miss Elena, come to the cathedral right now. His Holiness Zera is overjoyed by the news of your arrival. Right now? In the middle of dinner? I am not yet ready. Can this not wait? We shall bring your things later. His Holiness Zera is looking forward to having dinner with you. Please do not make him wait. No, I must not do that. Everyone, Ryudo. Don't spoil the moment, kid. By now you know what to do. Good luck. Miss Elena, please take care. Your kindness is indeed a rare treasure, Elena. Thank you all for everything you have done. I will not forget you. Miss Elena, she's gone. She is, and now we turn to other matters. Well, our job here is finished. Yeah, the job's done, but I'm feeling a little sad about the whole thing. Go figure. I can see it. The day of darkness is near. Valmar's moon, too. Its vile shadow is growing ever stronger. Valmar is certainly attempting to revive. You must understand this. Listen, Elena. Your mission is important. Not just for you, but for the world. The darkness must be resealed in. Doing this will require all your effort. The power of Lord Granis and the divine sword, the Granasaber. You must find it, no matter what. Fail, and the world is doomed. I understand. You must succeed in order to remove that darkness within you as well. You must prevail. I understand. I will not let you down. Never been one for goodbyes. Or hellos. Can't help but feel a bit sad when someone like her leaves. Yes, were Miss Elena with us, we would be able to see the inside of the cathedral. I presume it interests you. Yes, Miss Elena often spoke of the confrontation between light and darkness, but I don't quite understand. At all. Light, darkness. Granis, Valmar. Can't tell them apart? As well, I am not versed in matters of religion, so we might just find out something there. Mr. Ryudo, I presume? What is this? I'm busy. Did your church drill some manners into you, or did it just drill through your head? I apologize for my rudeness, Ryudo. The Pope has called for you. Please come to the cathedral right away. Look, I realize the word of my amazing singing voice has spread everywhere, but I am not interested. His Holiness Zera has a special request. Please bring your companions also. I beg my leave. The Pope has a special request? Sounds like the first line of a really bad joke. Don't know if there still is a need, but... it's up. Post it in my Discord or DM it to me, and I'll check it later. Yeah, I kind of don't need it now. What kind of person is His Holiness Zera? I understand he is said to be the sage who will save the world. Which isn't nearly as impressive as the sage who will save his breath. This better be quick. Alright, I'll check out the video eventually. Like another hour, 15 minutes or so of the stream. Approximately. It is probably all gonna be me voice acting. Can you believe such a thing? Yeah, the dialogue is only adjusted to not have Elena. Wait a sec. I'm half tempted to see if the game will let me leave. Sorry to waste people's time like this, but I've got to satisfy my curiosity. You could go all the way up to the next boss. Although... yeah, just keep this. Basically, if you have to fight... basically end every battle with one character alive. And it'll be fine. I'm impressed. You'll be waiting a fair while, because I predict it's going to be at least another 3 weeks before I can finish this. I think we're past the worst of it. If not by a lot. 3, maybe 4 weeks. So by Halloween, I should be done with this game. When is Halloween? Let me look that up real quick on my phone. Let's see. Calendar. Halloween falls on a Wednesday. I gotta get a spoopy game for that one. Quite remarkable in its proportions. The thoughts of its architect twist and wind almost palpably through the sculpted stone. How beautiful! It must have taken forever to build. You must be Mr. Ryudo. His Holiness awaits in the audience chamber. Stop gawking. Move it. Yeah, well, they showed us was only a model anyway. Welcome to Grandis Cathedral. This is the main cathedral of the Grandis Church. Wow, it sure is huge. Beautiful, too. I think you mean huge and pretentious. Please go on in. Welcome to Grandis Cathedral. Oh. Can't go up the stairs. Can't go up the stairs. I always check, but I know you can't. Why would you put it in the middle like that? What if it was an extra large guy? I wonder if I did okay. I think I did well enough. Oh well, I guess I'll have to wait for the results. Oh, Lord Grannis. Hey, what are you so... Excuse me. Hey, what are you so fidgety about? I just took my qualification exam for a higher position in the priesthood. I'm worried about whether I'll be accepted. Priests have to take exams to get promoted? Ha! Go figure. For such a religious bunch, you'll sure have some hellacious rules. If I pass the exam, I'll become one of the high priests. Oh, Lord Grannis, please help me get accepted. If I become a high priest, I'll be one step closer to Lord Grannis. Lord Grannis' truth. Also, I'll be better able to spread the Lord's teachings. And what happens if you do that? Spread his teachings. Then I'd be closer to the light. And I could stop being afraid of the darkness. Oh, if I pass, I can go back to my village and spread the teachings. Lord Grannis, please help me pass. How ridiculous. You have to pass a test just to spread the teachings. Sounds like a worthless existence to me. We can get closer to Lord Grannis' truth. Also, I'll be able to spread his teachings. Then I'd stop being afraid of darkness. Man, those cathedral knights are really overdoing it. I don't like them. Well, I didn't know anyone around here felt that way. Hey, I'm not saying their methods are wrong. The cathedral knights are just overzealous. I couldn't agree more. Finally, someone I could talk to. Their zeal will only reduce the number of followers for Lord Grannis. We are trying to increase that number. Huh. I mean, if extraordinary events like those recent ones are repeated, we'll just keep losing more and more followers, right? Listen, I take back what I said. You aren't worth talking to. Alright, let's check the balcony. No, nobody here. Although this is a fairly gorgeous room. I think it looks pretty neat. The High Priestess Celine, leader of the Cathedral Knights, is a sublime and beauteous person. But she's also got nerves of steel that can coldly take the lives of others in order to fulfill her religious duty, right? No, you're wrong about her. Celine does everything in service to Lord Grannis. She operates with such pure intentions that people tend to misunderstand her. I dream of joining the Cathedral Knights someday and becoming part of the High Priestess Celine's Holy Brigade. Huh, what? You fall off the crazy cart this morning? You'd seriously join up with those lunatics? Yes, I would like to help dispel the misunderstandings about Celine that people like you are having. You say I misunderstand her, but you cringe from the truth. I dream of joining the Cathedral Knights someday and becoming part of the High Priestess Celine's Holy Brigade. The world has begun to be covered with darkness, but our only salvation is the Church of Grannis. And, why is that? Only Lord Grannis can battle darkness. He is the only being capable of destroying Valmar. If you have so much faith in Grannis, then why do all of you fear the Day of Darkness so much? Me, I'm not afraid, because I know that the Day of Darkness will not come as long as Lord Grannis is with us. Even if the Day of Darkness should come, Lord Grannis shall descend and gloriously drive Valmar off. Combat is rarely glorious. Let's see. I'll check this room first. Nobody here. Ahead lies Grannis Cathedral's famous library. You can search the world and never find a library as extensive as this. Please feel free to read the books, but be sure to return them to their proper places afterward. We can save here if we wanted to. We'll come back here later. Mr. Ryudo, please go inside. I am sorry, but your companions must wait outside. Didn't you see my friends could come? He has important things to discuss with you, so... Oh, it is alright. I don't mind. I can wait. Can I at least wait somewhere interesting? Ah, our library is most interesting. There you'll find many important books about the doctrine of our church. Mr. Ryudo, can I talk to you really quick? There might be some interesting information at the library. I will check it out. Clever boy. More clever than other little boys I know. So may I lead you two to the library? I see. If you have some business to finish, please do so quickly. Oh, do I have to do the same? Oh, man. I didn't realize I had to do the whole thing again. This gives me a moment to rest my voice at least. Well then, Mr. Ryudo, please go in. You two, this way, please. This way. Ryudo, we'll be waiting in the library. Is that one priest, like, walking into a wall? Yeah, I'll meet up with you later. Let's not do what he says for the fun of it. I'll have to be someone else here. Yes? Oh, hello, Ryudo. Tell me, what did Pope Zero want? I haven't spoken with him yet. What are you reading? It's called The Holy Annals of the Ages of the Gods. It is an epic poem about the ancient battle of good and evil. Sounds like a waste of time to me. I would have liked to meet the Pope too, but since only you were summoned, I had to pass it up this time. Why did you want to meet him? Why? Because he's known as the Savior Sage, that's why. Oh, really? Anyway, we will be here reading. Please go see what Pope Zero wants as soon as you can, okay, Ryudo? I would have liked to... Let's see. How are things progressing, Ryudo? Not good. I still haven't spoken with the Pope. Oh, is that right? You should take care of that and come right back. Why? Aren't you feeling well, Marig? It's not that. Rowan is having a great time, but I long to rejoin the hunts. Well, I'm surprised, Marig. You wanted to see this place and these people. And I have, Ryudo. But a good warrior grows anxious when he sits for too long. The wilderness, too, holds many lessons for all of us. Yeah, and I'm getting sick of dealing with Grannis' dogs. Alright. This is murder on my throat. The audience chamber is beyond this door. Please, after you. The service is still in progress. Please be quiet. This way. Pretty impressive, but it's no Sistine Chapel.
Bring to this world light, peace, and harmony.
Your Holiness Zera, please calm our anxious hearts. What can we do to rid the world of the terrifying darkness?
You must bolster your soul. If you leave no chink in the armor of your soul, then the darkness will be forced to leave.
Please save us from Valmar.
You must not falter. We must all not give in to darkness. I cannot save you. You must save yourselves.
Your Holiness Zera, please lend me your ear.
Yes, what should we do?
What will happen to the world?
Quiet! We are here to bring peace to the world. How can one do so in a panic? Everyone, please, calm down.
Yet, Your Highness Zera, the recent rumors of the revival of Valmar are not going away. I have even heard reports that the rumors might be true. Right, High Priestess Celine? At this rate, the day of darkness seems unavoidable.
But we must not strike fear in the hearts of the people we are trying to save. Doing so would surely go against the will of Lord Granus. What do you say, Cardinal Oro?
Oh, when the day of darkness comes, the world will most definitely be destroyed. I don't know what we can do.
Celine, do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that the action the Cathedral Knights took was wrong. But you went too far. You must not frighten the people away from Lord Granus.
Yes, Your Holiness.
You must all remain on guard, so that darkness cannot take advantage of you. Please, everyone, back to your rooms.
Ah, Mr. Ryudo, please come. Nice speech. Please, accept my apologies. I did not mean to make you wait. I am sorry for having called upon you on such short notice, but my request is not an ordinary one. Please, to the next room. Elena. Odd door there. Since we are devoutly faithful, we cannot be drawn to Valmar. That means the day of darkness won't ever come. If you believe in that Pope of yours, that is. Look, just because Pope Zera's sermons... just believe Pope Zera's sermons. They make your heart and soul stronger. We can keep the day of darkness from coming by believing in Pope Zera's sermons. They will make your heart stronger. The teachings of Lord Granus will bring people peace and happiness. Oh, is that right? Yes, if you have faith in Lord Granus, all paths will be open to you. Please, join us in prayer as a believer in Lord Granus. Ooh, sounds tempting, but I think I'll pass this time. Oh, please don't say that. By all means, join us. I'd rather not. Oh, you finally decided you'd like to pray with us, have you? Nope. Why? In that case, I'll keep praying that you will decide to pray with us. It seems your prayers have gone unanswered, Indeed, but I am still inexperienced. I cannot yet properly convey the importance of praying to Lord Granus. If you say so, well, you'd better get back to praying with yourself. Can't believe I stuck that one through. I thank you for what you have done on Elena's behalf. But for now, I have a special request to make. Before we get to that, tell me, what about Elena? Will she be alright? You ask if the presence of Valmar can be driven from her. Sadly, I must tell you that is beyond even my power. However, if the sword of Granus can be recovered, there may yet be hope for us all. That is why I have asked you here. Keep talking. I want you to find the divine sword, the Granus Saber. The sword which slew the Dark One must be returned to us if the light is to be restored to this world. You still haven't made an actual request, but I get the idea. Yes, Elena has told me much, enough for me to know that you are the only one capable of contending with the darkness. Naturally, this request must appear absurd to you. However, as your reward, we shall give you whatsoever you ask. Suddenly this conversation has become more interesting. However, when you depart, I wish for Elena to accompany you. Why bring her along? You sure you don't want to cast a few wards against Valmar instead? Unfortunately, we can do nothing more for Elena now. We would be unable to protect her from Valmar, even if she were to remain here. She will be safer with you, Mr. Ryudo. You're right, your request is absurd. The pieces of Valmar struggle for dominance, each attempting to devour the others in order that the darkness will be restored. According to prophecy, once the pieces unite, the day of darkness will come upon us and all mankind will be destroyed. So what do? Sharpen a pointy stick? Lord Grannis has yet to recover from battle. Thus, our world heads towards darkness, lacking the guiding hand of light. Were we to possess the Granisaber, we would at least be able to bring back some of the light of Lord Grannis. Then can Elena be saved and our world protected from the advent of the day of darkness. Any idea what this sword might be? Unfortunately, our holy book says only that it rests with the Legion of Darkness. I'm sorry, that's not vague enough for me. Could you be a little less specific? Bah. I need some time to think it over. I will wait until tomorrow for your answer. I have prepared rooms for you, so please stay here tonight. Ah, but I see that I have tired you. Rest and return tomorrow, but please consider my offer. I hope you will accept it. You know, I've never noticed that his character portrait has round lenses, or round frames for his glasses, but they're square on his model. Ah, no hidden surprise like in The Legend of Dragoon? Even among the followers of Grannis, there is less and less solidarity. Perhaps my abilities are lacking. To save the world, we must ask your help to find the divine sword. Said to rest with the Legion of Darkness. I can't give you an answer immediately. I must think it over first. Can I check the... Nope, I can't check the table. Unless he is the table! Elena, are you alright? Has something happened? Oh, do not worry about me. I just want you to think long and hard about Pope Zera's request. Please consider Pope Zera's request. Please, Ryudo. Elena, what's with you? Ryudo, do as he asks, please. Not for me, but for everyone. The world. Oh, it's sealed. What can His Holiness be thinking of at this rate? Cardinal Oro. Ryudo, I believe, was your name. Just what did His Holiness Zera tell you? Huh? He asked me to find some divine sword. I see! I question His Holiness' selection of his emissaries. A task this great surely requires someone with more experience. Careful with your words, aren't you, old man? I'd be as careful with my judgment were I you. Experience I have, patience I don't. Insolence! Listen well, stripling. It is best you abandon your search, for it is not for a churchless whelp to find the Granisaber. Is that a typo? I'm not even sure. Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to ignore you, and then I'm going to leave. You just stay there. Stay. Good boy. Ashes. What could His Holiness Zera be thinking? That fool boy's insouciance will be our ruin when the day of darkness comes. This guy uses such advanced vocabulary. Ah, whatever shall we do? For a cardinal, your lack of faith is most disturbing. Let's see, who's all here? You're the man who's going to search for the divine sword, aren't you? Well, I haven't quite made up my mind yet. Oh, but you must find a divine sword for the entire world's sake. You don't discriminate me because I'm a geohound. You don't discriminate against me because I'm a geohound, do you? If Pope Zera has decided upon you, then you must be a fine man. There is no reason to discriminate. It's up to Pope Zera, eh? That still bothers me. Remember this, though. If I take on the job, it will get done. Oh, thank you. Lately, everyone has given up, saying there is no one who could find the divine sword. As Cardinal Oro said, we shouldn't leave it all up to a man like that Geohound, but I understand what Pope Zera had said. Which opinion should I support? Since you mentioned a man like that Geohound, I'd like to know what your own opinion is. Currently, my own opinion is that I'm not sure which opinion to support. Which one should I support? You're obviously torn by indecision. Take your time and think it over. Still closed. For the love of creatures big and small, have you not figured it out yet? This is an important issue. Decisions must not be made in haste. At this rate, it'll take forever for you to answer. Oh, Mr. Ryudo, amazing. So Pope Zera himself has asked you to go find a divine sword. I'm sure you'll find it, right? I haven't decided whether or not I'll take the job yet. What are you saying? If you don't do it, we'll have to use somebody else. Oh dear. Oh my, if Mr. Ryudo doesn't accept this request, who else can we ask? The Cathedral Knights can't be moved, and... There you go. Why don't they get those steely-nerved knights to recover this sword? They can't, really. The knights are meant to protect this cathedral and to purge Valmar. They can't be used for other purposes. Oh my, what in the world can we do? The teachings of the Lord Grandia will bring people peace and happiness. Oh, is that right? Is it the same as before? Soon, very soon perhaps. They say the trees of the mountains will wither and the rivers and streams will dry up. There were rumors about omens of Valmar's revival. The Pope and the High Priests have not confirmed anything, though. So why don't you just pray to your god if you are all so afraid? It seems to be working really well. Oh, right, if we pray to Lord Grandia, he'll surely save us. Lord Grandia, please save the world. Lord Grandia, please save the world. Hey, Grandia, this guy's praying his heart out. Hey, is that how you address a divine being? Please, I beg of you, save us. Save the world. I'd better just leave this loon alone. Yes, I agree. Our world has been cursed. What? What are you talking about? I'm sure you are aware of the strange events that have been occurring in our world. There are signs that our world has been cursed. Well, who laid this curse then? Valmar, of course. I pray day and night that we will be able to fight this curse. Well, in that case, the curse should be lifted soon, eh? Keep up the good work, prayer boy. If the rumors of the Day of Darkness are true, how are Cardinal Oro and Pope Zera preparing for it? Whatever. What is so frightening about the Day of Darkness anyway? I say the Day of Darkness is when Valmar will be revived and will all be destroyed. When you think about those things actually occurring, then there is every reason to be afraid. You're scared of something that isn't real. Do you even really understand what the Day of Darkness is all about? We don't really understand it. If we did, we wouldn't be nearly as afraid. Point taken. However, if you did understand it completely, you'd probably be petrified, right? Yes, probably. That's right, at least I suppose so. Yeah, that's the same thing.